YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV.
Come on, Westwood, do it for the camera.
Just one for the money, and I'll do two for the show. And then three to get ready.
This might be the end of me, man.
We'll go halfway then. Don't even go all the way halfway.
This really might be the end of me right now.
The top of the hill we go. Tim Westwood and the Big Boss Dog back at it again. Mic check 1, 2. This is what we do.
So good to see you, fam. Man, how are you finding it?
I'm loving it. You know, I love being in the UK. It's always been lovely for me to be here. You know, I'm appreciated. My music, my peoples. I don't even call them my fans no more. They my people now. So my family, you know, they love to see me like I love seeing them.
Yeah. The DJ thing, crazy. How's DJ Jam feeling it?
I mean, that's my mentor. You know, he loves me. He's trying to show me how to scratch. He said he's gonna come, you know, spend some time with me and teach me how to scratch. But what it is more of it's a tutorial or studying. I get a chance to listen to hot music from today, yesterday,
yes.
Other people's music. And it's not so much about me, it's about me enjoying music and bringing a party to you. And I've always been the life of the party. And I'll slip a couple of Snoop Dogg songs in there. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you get a chance to enjoy me, enjoy other people's music, and then I get a chance to research what's hot and what's not.
Exactly.
And then I know what to go do when it's time to go make my next record.
Exactly, because you know in the club,
it's gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
They're not gonna lie to you.
Exactly. In the club, you gotta pay attention, man.
Yeah. You could play the wrong record in the club, but then you can play the right record in the club. And it's all about knowing what records the people react to.
Exactly.
And then knowing, like, as a musician, what records that you have to make to make them react to.
Exactly. I think if you're in the club, paying attention, you're on point with your music, man.
It's the best studying in the world. It's like an athlete watching tape on an athlete that he's about to play against, or watching tape on himself. You get a chance to study and see and hear what people love and respect.
So when you throw on that Coco joint, man, and everyone goes crazy, you're paying attention.
That motherfucking record.
Motherfucker, what a motherfucker.
That record?
Mad. From nowhere, worldwide.
I can't believe this shit hitting around the whole globe like this. Everywhere I go, that shit
everywhere.
It has no parameters.
And it's recent. It's not like a year-old, 6-month-old. Pow.
That shit's a baby. It's a toddler.
Yeah.
And that guy's from Long Beach. He's from my city, but he's from the north side of Long Beach. And he didn't use me or ask me to help him. He did it on his own, and that's what the fuck I love about.
Yo, what a fucking monster is that record, man?
Oh my God. He gonna eat off of that shit for years.
Oh, he could tour the world.
For years, right? See, we know that.
Yeah, just that one song, baby.
I hope you watching OT Genasis. You could travel the world with that motherfucking record right there, man. That shit is gigantic.
For the next 10 years.
Yes. Yes, he got one.
And from nowhere, you didn't, just instant.
That's
just
a record that
fresh out the box.
Artists like myself wish we had. And I got a catalog of shit. I got a catalog of hit records, but records like that come out of nowhere, that are fresh, that are timeless, it don't sound like nothing.
Yeah.
It's his shit.
Yeah. And how easy was that record to do, no offense.
Yeah, for real.
Seriously.
For real.
The ease of that record is...
And you hear it. You hear the ease in him, the way he's spitting it, the way he makes you feel comfortable with saying his words and repeating it. That's one thing about a good record or a hit record. It makes you feel comfortable reciting it. It makes you feel like it's your record. It makes it feel like you could have made that record.
Yeah.
Simplicity sells.
Exactly. And when you're sitting at home, you're pretending you did make that record.
Me personally, I'm trying to get on the remix right now.
And seriously, my brother, if you weren't in the club, you wouldn't have seen that record.
You're right.
You wouldn't see it yet. You'd probably see it a little later, but you wouldn't see the power of that record.
I'm going to tell you how crazy what you said making so much sense. When I first heard the record, I was in the club with French Montana, Puffy, and a bunch of celebrities, and we was up against the wall. And they was playing all kind of records, and all of a sudden, they played the intro to this shit. Dun, 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 dun. The little dude was standing on top of the speakers, and they would never let the song come on, just like dum, 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 boom, and then when they finally let that motherfucker go, and he was like, boom, 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 I'm in love with the Coco, and the whole crowd started singing. I felt out of place.
Exactly. Like,
because I didn't know it.
Exactly.
But I learned that motherfucker quick. I learned it quick and was like, oh my God, this is a hit. Then he came over to me after he finished performing, and he was like, man, I know. He named a couple of people that he knew that I knew, and he's like, man, I'm from the city. I'm like, you from Long Beach? He like, yeah, man, can I get a picture with you? I'm like, nigga, let me get a picture with you. Nigga, you smoking hot right now. Then I just seen the record do just like this.
Yeah.
I was telling people, I'm like, this is the hottest record in the world, mark my words. And that motherfucker grew and it grew. Then when I got here and DJ last night,
Crazy.
I was like at the end of my set, and I put that motherfucker on. You should have seen people in the crowd. Kev, how that dude was in the front row.
He had his whole dance routine.
Yeah, lost his, yeah.
Baking soda, I got baking soda.
Brought it back.
But I pulled him back, I brought him back. Like,
Only right.
that's when you know it's a
Don't-
monster
yeah.
jam, if you can play him back to back. I ain't heard a record like that in a long time.
And that's being in the club, my brother. That's being in the club.
That's studying session. So all you young artists that's home watching this interview and watching me and Westwood chop up game, one of the most prolific things you could do is go to the club. And not just to drink or smoke,
Exactly, but to
but
pay
to
attention.
pay attention to what's hot and what's not.
Can I tell you, in this country, our artists are in the club. They're not in the clubs I'm in, playing, never come to the parties. Swear down. They might go to some fancy West End shit, never see them in the clubs, man. And that's sometimes, that's why the music they make
Doesn't project well.
doesn't really ring up, and there's my spots.
Well, they must know that you come from the first generation of hip hop. I was talking to Flavor Flav, that's my friend, and he was even speaking highly of you. And this is the first generation of hip hop. You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying? So it's like, you gotta know and understand that you come from the beginning of this, from the creation. So you know all of the tricks and all of the, the methods of, getting to a hit record and discovering and finding a hit record. So they need to be getting up under you trying to figure this out. Don't they understand when we come to town, we always get with you? Don't that make sense? Y'all better pay attention. That's if you want to really, be in the big leagues. You know I fuck with you. I look forward to meeting with you when I'm out here, man. I be frustrated when I do other interviews and they don't have you lined up. I'm glad that they had you first. I ain't even talked to them, but I'm glad they had you first, because like our relationship is like, it mean a lot to me, man. Like I say, you held me and my niggas down when we first got out here, and we was young and we didn't know. We just was like, fuck it, we going to London, and we heard about you and knew about you, and you welcomed us. You know what I'm saying? You gave us all that real love. So that's why I like fucking with you. You know that I told you that last time when I don't know what the fuck happened, but something happened. I was like, I ain't fucking with y'all. I fuck with Westwood, for real. Don't play no games. Cause see, you got that line on what is it and what ain't it. A lot of these DJs and radio personalities don't even know a hit. They just followers. They follow. They don't know how to break records. You know how to break records. You can hear my album and say, okay, well that's the one they picked as a single, but that's the one that everybody gonna really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the insight I be needing. The real insight. Because they know how to pick a pop single, but they don't know how to pick a hit single. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's make it happen, family.
Come on.
Let's make it happen.
Come on, I'm waiting on you.
YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV.